Are you planning to move to St. Louis, Missouri, but aren't really sure what area will be a good fit for you and your family? Well, stick around because today I'm going to be comparing South County against West County. Hi, I'm Kevin Duy, a realtor here in St. Louis, Missouri, and I specialize in helping families just like yours relocate from around the country to move right here to St. Louis, Missouri. Once you decide that you're going to relocate to St. Louis, that's the easy part. The hard part is finding the part of St. Louis that's going to fit your family and your needs the most. About a week ago, I had someone comment on one of my videos, and they said that they're going to be moving their family to St. Louis, Missouri, their family of 5, but they were trying to decide between South County and West County, and just said that basically, a video on comparing the two will be great. So I thought that was a great idea, so that's what we're going to do today. St. Louis has a lot of great spots, a lot of great neighborhoods, but there's also, a few spots that aren't so great, and most importantly, just aren't going to be a good fit for you. And so that's why it's really important, if you're thinking about moving to St. Louis, to reach out to me so that I can help, listen to what you're looking for, and then I can help match your needs with the perfect neighborhood that's going to fit those needs. That way you guys will know you're going to be in the right spot when you move here. So give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email, however you want to get in touch with me. I would love to hear more about what you're looking for as far as a neighborhood and an area when you move here to St. Louis. Okay, so South County versus West County. Let's start by taking a look at the map. And so you can see this is St. Louis County right here, and South County, it's pretty simple, pretty self-explanatory. South County is the south part of St. Louis County, and West County is the western part of St. Louis County. So I'm going to go over a quick list of just kind of facts about both South County and West County. And so both areas, both South County and West County, lack what I would call and what I would consider a downtown area. So basically like, almost like a Main Street type area where you're going to be able to have like walkability to walkable, shops and restaurants and coffee shops, ice cream places, just things like that where it's like they don't really have like a central destination spot to go for like, a downtown type area. And so most of your like restaurants and shopping and things like that are going to be found in either standalone buildings, or the majority of places are in like, strip plazas, strip malls, shopping centers, shopping plazas, things like that. And so that's, for me, that's kind of a bummer. Like I grew up in South County, I still live in South County. And so that's one thing that I really have always wanted and kind of missed about living in South County, is just that I like the idea of having like a little downtown area to go to visit, like a destination whenever you're going to go, out to eat or something like that, where you can walk around, just do stuff like that. And so neither South County nor West County has either one of those. Both South County and West County have really solid and really good school districts, and so if that's kind of your determining factor, it's going to be a tough choice if it's down to those two things, because there is really really nice, really good school districts in both South County and West County. So both areas have really nice parks. That's a really great thing about just St. Louis County in general. The St. Louis County park system is really excellent, and they do a great job of just keeping up the park systems with different walking trails and biking trails and stuff like that, and playgrounds and fishing and all kinds of good stuff. And so as far as just like walking and biking trails, I would give the edge to South County there, just because there's so many different trails for walking and biking. Now, if you're looking at hiking trails, I would give the edge to West County, just because of Castlewood State Park. Castlewood State Park has a number of different really great, like, hiking where you're going up in different elevation, more challenging type of, hikes, as far as, instead of just like walking along a paved trail. So paved trails, I'd give the edge to South County, but as far as if you're looking for hiking, Castlewood State Park is in West County, and that's going to be pretty much the gold standard around here as far as hiking goes. All right, so now let's take a look back in the map here, and as you can kind of see, the outline of St. Louis County, kind of this thin red line that goes along here, and then so South County is going to be kind of right. Let me grab the tool here. I can kind of draw an outline of basically the rough estimation of like where South County is here, kind of like right here is about South County, and then West County typically is considered like, right around this area here. So to Chesterfield, Ellisville, kind of about like that. All right, so just to kind of give you an idea, and right now let's start in South County. And so we're going to just kind of take a dive. I'm just going to kind of show you around South County. All right, so kind of the main areas of South County are Sunset Hills, Melville, Oakville, Afton, and then kind of like this area here where you see Sappington. This is kind of considered like Lindbergh. Actually, that kind of extends down to here too, probably for Lindbergh. And so like a lot of the areas are kind of known for the school districts. And so actually, the Lindbergh School District includes Sunset Hills here. And so it's going to be, something like that. Then the Melville and Oakville School District is all considered one. It's all the Oakville, or all the Melville School District. And then Afton is a smaller school district here. Then like kind of right next to Afton is the Bayless School District. And then there's the Hancock School District kind of over here. And so that's kind of like, like the gist of the main schools and county, public schools that are in South County. And so right here, that's my old stomping grounds. I went to Bayless High School, grew up in kind of like Afton area of South County. And so as we kind of zoom in here, let me get rid of this note. Don't need to draw anymore for now. So as we kind of zoom in on the central part of South County, really like kind of Highway 55 and Highway 270, Highway 255, it kind of is the main intersection of South County. And so we've got South County Shopping Center right here. We've got some different shopping over this way as well. Let me look at the satellite view, kind of give you a better indication here of what I'm talking about as far as the different shopping and stuff in South County. And so here's South County Center. You got your Chick-fil-A here, you got your Dick's Sporting Goods, Buffalo Wild Wings, other different, shopping along Lindbergh Boulevard here. Lindbergh is going to be like one of the main thoroughfares that go through the heart of South County, along with Lee Ferry, which is right here. Those are kind of two of the main roads. And again, here's Highway 55 and Highway 255, Highway 270. And so now I've just made a big mess of this map here with all my drawing on there. But I wanted to give you an idea just of like kind of where different things, where like the main shopping hub is for South County. And so you got your Target over here, your Costco, your Sam's Club is going to be a little bit further down. Sam's Club is kind of over off of here we go. Here's Sam's over this way, right off of Lee Ferry here. And so, you've got pretty much, this is like your central part of one of the main shopping areas in South County, and it's going to go along Lindbergh Boulevard. And then Tesson Ferry Road is kind of over this way, right here. You can kind of see it right there. That's another main road that's going to be going through South County, and there's a lot of different shopping off of Tesson Ferry as well. Got the main hospital that is in South County is Mercy over here. Mercy Hospital South, and the South County YMCA is right here. And this area, like back in here off of Schuessler Road. So my brother and sister-in-law actually live right off of Schuessler Road back in here. It's some really cool. This is like if you like want houses with some land and some property. There's a whole lot of different homes back in here that have that are on a good acre to 3 acres. I'd say like probably 1 to 3 acres is not uncommon back in here, as you can kind of see a lot of the houses with good sized yards. And so in South County it's kind of rare to find areas that have a lot of land as far as acreage for your lot and stuff. And so that's just kind of a great, if you're looking for something like that, look back in there off of Schuessler Road, kind of down Tesson Ferry here. Tesson Ferry, you're also going to hear it referred to as Highway 21. And if you're not familiar with Emo's Pizza yet, you're going to want to familiarize yourself with that. Emo's is an awesome pizza place here in St. Louis. It's kind of an acquired taste, I think, for people who aren't from here, but people that are from here and from St. Louis for the most part kind of swear by it. We love our Emo's Pizza, and as you may have heard me talk about it in a few other videos on here. So going through South County, also another main road is going to be Graveway Road, and it's also referred to as Highway 30. And so Highway 30, Graveway Road kind of goes right along here. As far as golfing goes, if you're a big golf fan, if you're a big golfer, the main golf courses, the nicest golf courses in South County are going to be kind of right here, Sunset Country Club. If you enjoy the country club life, that's obviously, since it's a country club, it's a nice country club. It's going to be probably the nicest course in South County, but obviously it is private. So, either make a friend who's a member, or look into a membership yourself if you're wanting the country club taste.
But then Tapawingo National Golf Course is right over this way, right along the Merrimack River, off of Highway 30, off of Gravois Road. You can get to it from there. But Tapawingo is a really nice public course. We just actually had a golf tournament there. Actually, it wasn't even a tournament. It was just kind of a fun golf outing with my one of my sons. One of their hockey teams just kind of had like an end of the season fun outing. Just parents and kids all played around at golf over there, so that was a lot of fun. And then you've also got Sunset Lakes country, or not country club, but just Sunset Lakes golf course. Right next door, kind of across the road, is right here is Sunset Lakes. You can see all the different lakes. A lot of water hazards on Sunset Lakes course right there. Um, and then just across the river, so this is actually in Fenton, but there's another golf course over here called Riverside. And so just, if you're just to kind of give you a taste, if you're into golf, those are your kind of your main golf courses there. I guess we also have Quail Creek as another golf course. Yeah, here's Quail Creek over here. So Quail Creek Golf Course is right there, kind of right by there's a Kennedy Recreation Center. It's an ice rink. There's a pool, um, ice skating and stuff you could do there. Um, Tennis courts, playgrounds, that kind of stuff. And then right across the road from here is one of my kids' favorite parks, Susan Park. It's a really fun park because they have animals. They've got like a barn down here, so Susan Animal Barn or Animal Farm, and they've got a barn. They've got horses. They've got pigs. They've got goats. Chickens, geese, all kinds of different stuff. Then there's these the lakes you can go to and fish at. Good luck. I've never caught anything at those lakes. I've seen other people catch stuff, but I've just never caught anything. I think it's probably just my curse though, because I'm not a very good fisherman. And one of the biggest attractions for families in South County is going to be Grant's Farm. And so Grant's Farm is a whole lot of fun, and it's free. All right, so Grant's Farm is free, which is pretty unbelievable. The farm is owned by the Anheuser-Busch family, and so if you're familiar with Budweiser and Bud Light, Budweiser breweries, it's now AB InBev since InBev bought them out a few years ago. But yeah, so the Bush family owns all this land. They turn it into basically like a wildlife preservation, and so you come up along Grant Road here, and the only thing you have to pay for is parking. So I think it's like $15 to park, $10 to $15 to park, something like that. And like over here right off the parking lot is my daughter absolutely loves this stuff. So this is where like all like the Budweiser Clydesdales, like the actual Budweiser Clydesdales that you see, in the Super Bowl commercials and all that kind of stuff. This is where they live and this is where they train and all that stuff. And it's really cool. So you can actually sign up for the Grants Farm experience over here, and experience like, like an hour or two with the Clydesdales. My wife took my daughter to this earlier in the summer, and she had a blast. It was awesome. They had a whole lot of fun, and so you can just it's not uncommon at all to drive down this road, down Party Road over here, and just see the Clydesdales walking around out in the field. And there's also Grant's Trail here. This is an awesome biking and running and walking, rollerblading, paved trail that goes for miles and miles. And my wife and my daughter and I, a few weeks ago, we rode on Grant's Trail. My daughter just got a new bike. My wife actually got a new bike, and I got out my old bike, and we went on our first like big bike ride that just wasn't like in the neighborhood, and we ended up actually going 11 miles, which was pretty surprising. But we wanted when my daughter found out that we were kind of a few miles away from Grant's Farm and seeing the horses, she was like, I want to make it all the way to Grant's Farm, and so we took Grant's Trail all the way there to where we could see the Clydesdales and everything. So that was a whole lot of fun. But yeah, so back to Grant's Farm. Sorry, I got distracted there with the Clydesdales and stuff. But yeah, so Grant's Farm, it has like a whole lot of different livestock, a lot of deer and antelope. They've got, there's camels and you can feed the goats. There's an amphitheater here where they have put on really great, like fun shows for people and kids just to learn about the animals. Actually, I almost forgot about one of the coolest parts of going to Grant's Farm for the adults is that they've got a beer garden, and to every adult 21 or older can get 2 cups of Anheuser-Busch products. So you can get two beers. They have their seltzers sometimes up there. But yeah, so you can go get two free drinks, and it's kind of a nice way to refresh yourself, especially like when it's hot and you're walking around. Yeah, so Grants Farm is an awesome thing to definitely check out. Whether you settle in South County or not, it's still worth the drive, even if you live in different parts of St. Louis. All right, so another part of South County is going to be Oakville, and this is actually where I live right now. And so I'm just going to kind of speak to the couple of my favorite things to do in Oakville. Oakville has a really cool um, park system and trail system called Cliff Cave, and it's at Cliff Cave County Park. It is a really cool, nice paved trail, and it kind of goes along the Mississippi River here. And there's a couple of different like lookout areas where the trail kind of comes to where this is you can't really it's hard to tell from this angle, but this is actually up on a bluff. It's just like and it's like a straight drop down to where these train tracks are below. I'd say it's probably a good 100 feet drop, from up here to down where the train tracks are. So it's a really cool view. Like when you're looking out over into the Mississippi, you can look over the Mississippi and into Illinois. You can look, up and down the Mississippi River. You can actually, I think you can see the arch from that lookout thing too. But I know you can see the arch from another cool park is called Beetree County Park down here, which I actually live right near. And so there's a really cool dock lookout thing. Yeah, it's like right here. Um, can't see it too good, but there's this trail here that goes along here, and this is like a wood, almost like a piered, like a dock. Not a dock, like a pier, I guess would be the best way to describe it. But it really kind of overhangs. This is a steep drop off here as well. But it's really cool. It's just a really cool, peaceful spot to go and kind of just chill and watch. A lot of times there's like barges, and boats coming up and down the Mississippi River. But yeah, you can see the arch, from here. It kind of sticks out just far enough to where you can see the arch. Let me zoom in up here, see if we can see the Gateway Arch. Yeah, so the Gateway Arch is right up the river from South County. So you can kind of see the top of the arch right there and the downtown area, Busch Stadium and stuff. So yeah, so that kind of gives you an idea of where here's downtown, and then South County is just down this way here, kind of past 255. That's Oakville. That's where we just were. So it kind of gives you an idea of where South County sits compared to downtown St. Louis. It's usually like about a 15 or so minute drive without traffic to get to downtown from pretty much anywhere in South County. It's about a 15-minute drive to get to downtown. So that's super convenient if you live in South County and you work downtown. I know a lot of folks nowadays are working from home, so it doesn't really factor into things. But a lot of businesses still want their employees, or some people just prefer to go into the office. And so obviously there's a lot of businesses downtown. And so yeah, keep that in mind. South County, it's going to be a nice short drive downtown if you're needing to get down there for anything. Trying to think of any other important stuff about South County that's really cool. Like they got the Bud Dome here if your kids are into volleyball or baseball or softball. Bud Domes are really cool. It's a huge, massive warehouse that they converted into a sports complex. And so there's tons of basketball courts, volleyball courts, indoor like baseball fields, indoor batting cages, tons of different stuff. I think there's a CrossFit company that works out of there as well. So the Bud Dome's really cool. It's a neat, feature for if you're a sport parent in South County here. And so yeah, I think that's pretty much like, the main gist of South County. I mean, I guess I could talk about real quick about 9 Mile Garden is in Afton, and it's a really cool spot where it's just like kind of this turf area. You can sit up, hang out up on these rocks. They got a pavilion, but it's basically like a food truck area where, they have like food truck Fridays and just different like events and festivals and stuff here in this area, in this space. And it's mainly, provided like all the food and refreshments are provided by food trucks. So it's really cool. They kind of get a different sampling of food trucks that come in here. And it's a fun, usually they've got, sometimes they've got a band, but most of the time they've got, music playing and stuff. And like in the fall and stuff, they'll have like, fire pits going. But it's a cool spot. 9 Mile Garden in kind of the heart of Afton there. So you can see Afton High School right there. But yeah, so very cool stuff there in South County. And so now let's head over into West County, and I'll kind of tell you a little bit about that. All right, so now to get out to West County, if you're coming from South County, you're going to take Highway 270 here. You're going to go 270 west or north. You're going to take to get out to West County. Um, and pretty much like right when you kind of pass over 44, that's pretty much like where people consider it to be West County. And so like you're gonna hit Doherty Ferry, then you're gonna hit Manchester. Manchester's gonna be the main one of the main roads that kind of goes through West County and takes you into West County. And so right at the corner of Manchester and 270 is going to be one of the main malls and the main shopping areas in West County. And so West County Shopping Center is probably like the best like typical mall that we have here in St. Louis as far as it's a good size mall. It's like 3 stories. It pretty much has like all the like main mall type stores that you'd want. Your main anchors in there are going to be Nordstrom and Macy's and J.C. Penney, and then just all your different mall stores in there. But over here you got De Pere Park, which is a great park. You got a bunch of different pickleball and tennis courts over here. It's nice walking trails throughout, some different lakes and stuff. You can walk around and everything. So that's really cool. And then just all along Manchester Road is, I mean, you can just see all the different businesses and restaurants and everything. Um, tons of different stores along Manchester Road. Pretty much everything that you'd ever want. Um, all your grocery stores, your banks. Circle 7 Ranch is a really, really great restaurant. Then you can take then you can take Manchester Road even further west and just again, more and more shopping. You got your Sam's, you got your Taco Bells, you got your White Castle, your Home Depot, pretty much, I mean, literally anything and everything, any store that you would want, just keep driving along Manchester and you'll find it. Because Manchester goes all the way in, through into like the central corridor and through like Maplewood and stuff into the hill and kind of towards downtown. And it goes all the way out to Wildwood out here as well. And it's, Manchester Road is just a monster. And that's probably one of I guess, the downfalls if you live in West County off of Manchester because traffic can be a bear off of Manchester just because there's so many. I mean, gosh, look at how many neighborhoods and everything. Look at all the people that live off of Manchester Road, and then obviously you add in all these different stores and stuff. Your Walmarts and your Best Buys and your Targets and everything. I mean, people that live around here. If they're not going to Manchester to get to the highway to go somewhere else, they're going on Manchester to get to one of these, hundreds of stores and restaurants and, pretty much everything you could ever want. And so that's about the one of the things that might be a little bit of a drag if you live off of Manchester is that, just the traffic. It's tough out here sometimes, but, I know I talked about, golf and everything in South County. And so saw the Baldwin public course here. It's a really nice public course for folks in Baldwin. Baldwin's one of the main suburbs of West County. And actually, you know what? Let me pull out and I'll kind of show you since I showed you like the main suburbs of South County, let me do that for West County as well. Sorry if I'm kind of bouncing all over the place, but my ADD gets kicking in. I get, start thinking about different stuff and want to share different stories about things. So, Town and Country is one. De Pere is another West County neighborhood and area. Manchester, Baldwin, Ellisville, Chesterfield is one of the bigger ones. Creve Coeur, and then you've got Wildwood on the very western part of West County. But West County is definitely known for your more upper class, upper scale neighborhoods and areas, especially, let me grab my little drawing tool again. So especially like when you hear neighborhoods like Huntley, Frontenac, those are going to, Town and Country, even De Pere, but it's pretty much like, these three, Town and Country, Frontenac and Huntley, those are going to be like your really high dollar areas, your super like multi-million dollar homes are all over the place in these areas. And so like just like as a South County kid, like whenever I hear somebody talking about West County or South County, if I hear somebody say like, they live in West County or they grew up in West County, just like my, I guess, call it a stereotype if you want, but like my stereotype has always been like to be like, okay, so they must have pretty much money. They must come from money or be successful, be a successful family. Just because like there's just more like upper class, higher income areas in West County than there is in South County. Don't get me wrong, there's plenty of nice, upper scale or upper class, higher income neighborhoods and areas in South County, but just not nearly as many as there are in West County. And so, that can be a good thing or a bad thing. Like, so if you might be able to get a little bit more, a little bit bigger house in South County. If you've got like, say $800,000 to spend, that money is probably going to go a little further in South County just because the other houses in the areas, aren't going to be, there's not going to be as many of those, upper dollar homes as there are in West County. So like, if you have an $800,000 house in West County, $800,000 house in South County, a lot of times the $800,000 house in South County is going to probably be a little bit bigger. But I say that, and then I'm going to backtrack a little bit. Like in West County, it's more common to have like a larger yard, larger lot, that kind of stuff. Just because the further west you go away from, downtown St. Louis and St. Louis County, just the more land you have, especially like out here in Wildwood. Um, you're going to have a lot of lots with, a lot of acres. There's a lot of farm properties, or not farm properties, horse properties out here in Wildwood and stuff. And so, just kind of the further away you get from, like the metropolitan area of St. Louis, the more you're going to have, larger yards and that kind of stuff. All right, so we already kind of went down Manchester Road. Another main road you're going to go in like, kind of highway, I guess, too, is you're going to take 270 and then Highway 270 and then everybody in St. Louis calls it Highway 40, but it's like technically it's Highway 64, but it's, if you see the sign, like when you're driving, it's going to say 4064. Like, see, here's a little sign right there for 40, but everybody in St. Louis pretty much calls it Highway 40, but it can be confusing if you're looking on a map because you're going to see 64. But basically, so if you're going to take 270, you're going to have Highway 40, 64 right here is going to be a main like intersection of West County. And so we were talking about shopping earlier, and Plaza Frontenac is going to be uh, the most upscale, I guess, shopping you're going to be able to find in the St. Louis area as far as like a mall setting goes. You get your Neiman Marcus. You're going to have your designer play, your Louis Vuittons, your Saks Fifth Avenue. That kind of stuff is going to be found in Plaza Frontenac. So if you're looking for like designer, luxury brands, check out Plaza Frontenac right there at the corner of Clayton Road and Lindbergh Boulevard. And so the kind of, you might hear Lindbergh and be like, that sounds familiar. Well, Lindbergh runs all the way from South County up to West County. And so it kind of goes right along. There's Highway 64, Highway 40 here. Lindbergh Boulevard crosses path right there. And so Clayton Road is another, main road that kind of goes through West County as well. So if you stay on Highway 64, 40, kind of going this way, you're going to hit Highway 141. Highway 141 is another main thoroughfare that you're going to hit, and you're going to hear a lot of in West County. And so there's a ton of different shopping. If you take Highway 40, 64 to 141 south, and then come down this way to Clayton Road, you're going to hit a ton of different shopping right here. So this is kind of like the main, like the mega shopping area of this part of West County. Pretty much everything you're going to want. Whole Foods, Target's over this way, a lot of different restaurants, or pretty much everything you're going to need is going to be right in here in this shopping plaza right there. So then if I zoom out a little bit here, I'm going to kind of show you something real quick, like kind of how different parts of West County connect. And so Highway 141, if you keep going south, it also connects to Manchester Road where we just were. And I talked about all the different, shopping areas and things off of Manchester Road. And so you can kind of see how it's almost like forms like a grid, pattern where you've got some of these main streets that go east to west. along with the Highway 270 is going to be one of the main roads. So you get off of Manchester, where we just were before, come down, you can hit 141, go up north, hit a whole bunch of shopping and stuff up here. And then if you keep going north, you're going to hit Highway 64. Then you can keep going and make a left and go west on Highway 64. Head out this way, and you're going to hit Clarkson Road. And if you make a left, it's Clarkson. If you make a right, it's Olive. And so up here at Chesterfield Mall, it's kind of a depressing story. It's just, if you're wherever you're living and where you're from, I'm sure you're probably seeing the same thing where just malls are not what they used to be. There are tons of malls across the country are going out of business. They just can't keep tenants just because, online shopping is legit. People just don't go to the mall like they used to. And so, unfortunately, Chesterfield used to be one of the best malls around St. Louis, and unfortunately, it's just kind of is an older mall, and just kind of saw tenants fall off, and it's pretty much not much left in there anymore. And I know there's like talk of redevelopment for that area and everything. And so, speaking of redevelopment, this is one of the major redevelopment projects going on right now in West County, and it's here in Chesterfield, and it is Wild Horse Village. This is going to be a really cool project once it's wrapped up and done. But it's going to have a combination of like mixed use, like it's going to have some retail space. There's going to be some apartments, and then some homes and villas and that kind of stuff. But it's an amazing location, and so it's right here by the Chesterfield Amphitheater. The amphitheater has, great summer concert series. They've got like summer family movie nights that are free. So that's a great spot. And they got this lake back here. The Chesterfield Family YMCA is right there, like right across the street from this development. How convenient is that if you're into, working out and fitness and stuff? So that's going to be a really cool development and really cool project there. So if you want more information about that, just let me know. I'd be happy to tell you more if you're looking, to move here and you'd rather kind of, have something built and be a part of like a brand new up and coming like master plan community. Definitely would be happy to talk to you more about that and help you learn more about it. But if you keep going along Highway 40, 64, just kind of right across that way, they got a brand new Top Golf. I guess it's not brand new. It's been there for a couple of years now. But yeah, it's pretty new to the area. But Top Golf is so much fun. My kids freaking love it. The main event. So my daughter just had a birthday party here. It wasn't her birthday, but she went to a birthday party for one of her good friends. And this place is, man, it is so cool for kids. Like they've got, so they bowled. They've got like they've got just obviously tons of video games and stuff in there. The latest and greatest video games. But then like up above all the arcade section of the video games, they have like this like ropes course. I think they call it a sky track, but it's really cool. It's like my daughter loved it. And they've got a zip line that goes across in there. It is a blast. They've got, you can eat and drink in there. They've got a restaurant and stuff. And then like what I love is like above the bowling alley is like they've got huge, massive big screen TVs. So, if you're bowling and there's a big game on, you're not going to miss anything. And so this here along here is an outlet mall, and it's called the District, St. Louis. And the Factory is a really cool concert venue, indoor concert venue here in Chesterfield. But then like along here, they got the Missouri River, and there's like some different trails and stuff that you can, walk and bike and run along the river there. If your kids are into sports down this way, got Chesterfield Athletic Complex, tons of fields. Obviously, you can see that just a ton. It's a mecca for baseball and soccer, tournaments and stuff out here. And the brand new Maryville Ice Hockey Arena. My kids spend a lot of time out there. My one son goes to a trainer out there like 4 days a week out there. So he's driving all the way from Oakville out there. And Spirit St. Louis Airport is a smaller airport, so it's not our international airport like Lambert, but this is for like, private flights, private jets, like if you've got like the little Cessna planes, just kind of basically like your little, private, I guess, airport out there. So in Chesterfield. And since I talked about golf with South County, I got to talk about golf with West County. And so West County definitely has the edge as far as golf is concerned. and it just kind of goes, I think it just kind of goes right, hand in hand with West County being more, more of an upper scale or upper class, higher income area where there's just a lot more golf, and like I said before about with more land and stuff. I think it was just more, I guess, feasible to build golf courses out here. But there's just a ton of different country clubs, like Bell Reef Country Club, where there's been different PGA tour events out there. They've held some. I don't think they've held U.S. Open, but I know they've had like the PGA Championship quite a few times. Queenie Park is a great park out here in West County. A lot of different trails that go out throughout there, and one of my kids' favorite playgrounds in St. Louis. I gotta drop you down. So I love this playground because it's so freaking old school. Like it is, so check this out. Like if you can you see that? It's like concrete blocks and like bricks. Like in here it's like caves that you can go into and stuff as kids. Like these are both like little tunnel things. Now, can you see the kid? He's like it's like a little manhole kind of cover thing. Like picture like Mario Brothers, where they go in the tubes, you can go up and down the tubes and run through the tubes and stuff. And then like in these are two slides that go right here. But it's like the whole like little tunnel system that goes in and throughout this like the pyramids there. And it's like I said, it's like rock and stone. It's so like, if kids fall down when they run around up there, they could knock their head, and hurt themselves. It's totally old school. There's a better view of it. And like, look at this. Like it's a tunnel. Like there's like a tunnel over here and it comes out over this way. It is just so old school and cool, man. It is like, yeah, like this little kid is getting ready to go down in here because it's all like tunnels down here. And kids just absolutely freaking love it. And this is like all like small like gravel rock. It's not like the rubber mulch or anything like like this blue stuff here that you see on the newer little playground for the little guys. But just a really fun old school playground that you don't find anymore, and that's found here in Queenie Park. And Queenie Park also has Queenie Park ice rink up this way. That's the ice rink and right in here. There's also like on the back end of that, there's a roller hockey rink in there as well. All right, but yeah, so Queenie Park has, it's got fishing, it's got tennis courts. Obviously I showed you the cool playground, but there's like trails that go throughout it. So Queenie Park is just a really cool, nice, well-known park here in West County. And then if you're into like hiking and stuff, and so I've probably got to give the edge as far as like walking and biking trails and parks with trails for walking and biking. I got to give the edge to South County on that. But if you are into like hiking, like legit hiking, you got to check out Castlewood State Park, and West County definitely gets the edge on that because Castlewood State Park is it's massive, it's heavily wooded, it's got a ton of different like um trail running paths that go throughout it. It's an awesome place for mountain biking, for like legit, hiking with some different elevation and everything. And a lot of the trails go along the Merrimack River, and you just got to be careful though, especially if you're going with kids. Like just keep an eye on them because like some of these trails, like they go right along the bluffs up here. So that's like a good drop that goes into the river. And unfortunately, like, there've been accidents recently where there's a grown woman who somehow slipped and fell off of one of the trails into the river, and it was tragic, but it didn't turn out good. Let's just put it that way. So yeah, so that's one thing you just gotta obviously be mindful of if you're gonna be hiking in Castlewood State Park. Awesome place to go, a lot of fun, but just gotta be careful in certain spots. Which is, if you go hiking anywhere like in Colorado or anywhere like that, it is you just gotta be careful. But really fun, awesome place to hike and everything. So if you're into that, you're gonna love that in West County. So let me show you real quick, like as far as like South County and West County in relation to like where the airport is. All right. And so again, like South County is going to be pretty much like right here. And then West County is pretty much like right here. And then St. Louis International Airport is going to be right here. All right. And so West County, you're a little closer to the airport. South County, you're a little closer to downtown St. Louis. Just to kind of give you an idea of, orientation where you are. So, and obviously, the further out west you go, the further away from the airport and downtown you're going to be from both. So, depending on how often you're making those trips, if you're like most people, you're not going to the airport all that often. But, if you travel a ton for work, maybe something to consider. But either way, you're going to take pretty much 270 up here to Highway 70, head over to the airport and get right there. And the one thing about St. Louis is that one really good thing about St. Louis is that traffic is not bad at all. I mean, like, yeah, we've got rush hour traffic, in the morning and in the afternoon, but it's not nearly as bad as some cities. I mean, like LA is a whole different, that's a whole different, ball of wax. Their traffic is just, I can't even comprehend their traffic. It just makes no sense sometimes. But, other cities like around rush hour, like their rush hours in like, Nashville and like Atlanta, places like that, Chicago, like rush hour up there in those places. I mean, you can be sitting in traffic for, rush hour can last like 3 to 4 hours. And just it could take forever to get from one place to another. But in St. Louis, like pretty much rush hour is pretty much like a 2 hour period of time. And it's not bad at all. Like, if your typical commute is like 25 minutes without traffic, if you're in rush hour, like really bad rush hour, it may take you like 45, 50 minutes. That's really bad rush hour. So, and we really don't have it that bad at all. And Highway 270 is pretty much going to be like one of your like the worst, I guess, highway to be on during rush hour, just because I think it's like I said, it circles the entire city, and it's kind of like it feeds into every other highway. So you got Highway 40, 64 right here. You got Highway 44 running this way. You got Highway 55 coming this way, and you got 270, coming along here. And then like, Manchester Road, just a ton of businesses off of Manchester. Gravois Road, there's a lot of different businesses and houses off of Gravois Road, Highway 30. And so, you got all these different tributaries that are, a lot of people are coming from these areas onto Highway 270. And so I think that's why Highway 270 is probably the worst highway as far as traffic and everything in St. Louis. But, like I said, for the most part, it's not bad at all. Getting to downtown, getting to the airport, super quick, super easy. St. Louis is a very, very drivable city. And so a lot of people, when they come into town, they really enjoy that part of it. And so, yeah, so I hope this kind of gave you a good idea of West County versus South County. And if you have any other specific questions, just let me know. I'm always happy to talk to you. I would love to learn more about, your family and what you guys are looking for. The worst thing you want to do is move to St. Louis and find yourself like, in the wrong neighborhood, in the wrong area, just an area that doesn't fit what you guys are looking for. So just reach out, give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email. I would love to just hear what you're looking for, and just, yeah, if you tell me 2 to 3 to 4 things about what you guys are looking for and different things that you guys are into and the lifestyle you enjoy, I guarantee you I can pinpoint you on 2 to 3 different areas that you're going to want to check out and really focus on, because they're going to meet your needs the best.
So after watching this video on South County versus West County, what area do you think would be a better fit for your family? Let me know in the comments, and then if you want to learn more, shoot me a text, give me a call, send me an email. I would love to learn more about your family, just about your needs and what you guys are looking for. That way when you move here to St. Louis, I can help you find the perfect house on the perfect street in the perfect neighborhood that's going to meet your family's needs right here in St. Louis.